So just the other day, we got a first look at what the upcoming Pixel 4a is going to look like. On Leaks, a very credible leaker paired up with 91 Mobile, who created this concept of the upcoming Pixel 4a. And I have to say, it looks a lot nicer than the Pixel 3 and even the brand new Pixel 4, at least cosmetically. This is a device that looks a lot more modern than its more expensive or predecessors. The beauty of this phone is that they're taking the front display, getting rid of the top and bottom notch, and using a punch hole very similar to the Galaxy S10e. If you've seen the Galaxy S10e, then you're gonna be very familiar of what the Pixel 4a display is going to look like. Now, this is good news in some ways because you get a bigger display. Like right now, if you buy the Pixel 3a, it's 5.6 inches. So because you have less bezel on the top, that's gonna be extended to 5.8, maybe even 5.9. Speaker setup is also going to be the same. Based on the leaks, you have a very similar bottom chin with the mono speaker on the bottom, and then the earpiece is gonna be utilized for phone calls and as a second speaker. This is impressive stuff for a device that costs less than half the cost of the current Pixel 4. The side profile, even the back of the phone is gonna look very familiar. The big difference though is that you're not gonna have this circular cutout on the top portion. It's gonna be more square-like, just like the Pixel 4, to make sure the design language is exactly the same for 2019 and 2020, but you're not gonna get two lenses. I mean, we expected this. I mean, the Pixel 4a is gonna be a cheaper phone. They're not gonna put a second camera inside of it. And quite frankly, I don't even care, because the second camera inside the Pixel 4 is only a telephoto lens. If they had put, let's say, an ultra-wide lens, then I'd be a little bit more disappointed that the Pixel 4a only got one. You're still gonna get the exact same sensor that's inside of here, which means you're still gonna be able to take such great photos. And if you actually need that telephoto look or feel, you can just walk a couple feet. You can use those feet of yours, move up a little bit closer to get the exact same photo you'd otherwise get on the Pixel 4. Now, obviously the Soli sensor and all the other sensors that are embedded in the top front of the display is not gonna make it to the Pixel 4. That's expensive technology, and you're not gonna have facial recognition with the security that the Pixel 4 has to quickly log into your device. You're gonna still stick with the physical fingerprint sensor, and quite frankly, I'm okay with that too. It's not gonna be glass, it's gonna be plastic or polycarbonate, and you know, every time I pick up a polycarbonate phone, which is not too often these days because most smartphones are made out of glass, it reminds me of how great of a feel it has compared to glass. It is just such a light smartphone. Like if I drop this device, I don't feel like it's going to break as easily as the glass casing on a Pixel 4. So we don't know what the battery life is going to be like, but I'm assuming it's gonna have a 3000 milliamp battery just like the Pixel 3a. And let's be honest with here, the Pixel 3a has better battery life than the Pixel 3, the Pixel 3 XL, and the Pixel 4 and 4 XL. In fact, the threshold to beat the Pixel 4 or 4 XL in battery life is really not that high. Those two devices have possibly the worst battery life of 2019, which means the more efficient Snapdragon processor that they place inside of the 4a is just gonna allow the battery life to be that much better. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna go with a 6 series processor again, but my fingers are crossed that they decide to go with the 765 instead. That's the new 7 series chip that's coming out in 2020. And as always, you can expect it to come with the latest version of Android. It's gonna get those updates at the exact same time as all the other Pixel devices. But the cool thing though, is that this phone, the 4a, at least based on these leaks, is still gonna come with a headphone jack. This is something that's no longer on most smartphones. Samsung got rid of it this year, which makes me believe only two companies will have it on their devices next year. The Pixel 4a and possibly an LG phone. Now, for those people who are still hanging on to the headphone jack, which I imagine by now is a very small population, for the price, that's pretty damn awesome. Now, I think going into 2020, the Pixel 4a is gonna be a phone that I recommend over the Pixel 4 for most people. Like, this is a device that costs half the cost of the Pixel 4, but has 90% of the features. All the good stuff is there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you excited for the Pixel 4a, and would you buy it over the Pixel 4 based on the leaks we see so far? Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.